Morning, everybody. I was just thinking while I was working out and watching the news like I always do every morning. I'm a news addict that, I feel really grateful to be in the business that we're in, us realtors, because, one thing about real estate, it never sleeps. Any of you that watched my video yesterday that I did on the Lamakia Realty page, I was doing a real estate update and I was explaining the market and explaining, homes listed, homes pending. And yes, there's no question it slowed down dramatically a month ago and now we're on the uplift. But I mean, think of these restaurants, think of airlines, think of gyms, businesses that literally went to zero business. And many of them, sadly, are still at zero business, and it really got me thinking. And honestly, I've been thinking it for a while, but this morning it hit me like especially, and I was just wanted to share it with you all because, yeah, obviously business has been slower. Activity's been down for most. And it's no doubt it's picking up. There's no denying it. You can see it right in the statistics. But honestly, we can't complain as realtors. Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah, it's a, punch in the mouth to people who are fired up to have the biggest year ever. And by the way, you can still have that. And we're going to talk about that Friday. But in all honesty, in all seriousness, if any of you are feeling down or any of you are feeling like, oh God, I this was my year. This was this. Guys, you can still achieve it. And make sure to think about those who can't work at all, those with no revenue at all. I feel bad for all walks of life, from someone who has an entry-level job making minimum wage to people who own even major businesses that couldn't get any assistance because they got demonized if they did. Just imagine having a ton of people that you're responsible for and not having the money to pay them, or revenue shuts down 100%. Think of it this way. Businesses and people have gone bankrupt or gone completely broke because of revenues or income going down 20% or 10% or 30%. Think of when you're an employee, or let's say some of you, I know that a lot of people waited tables before they get into real estate or tended bar, or just think when your income, you had 2 weeks that income was down, or right in January, or think of those times that income dipped. Well, imagine it going to zero. We need to be so grateful and really look at the big picture and understand that we're lucky to be in real estate. The thing about real estate is it never sleeps. It never stops. It never, ever comes to a grinding halt, period, end of story. It does not, ever. I've been doing this since 2004 and went through '08 like a lot of people did. And now we're going through this. And every single day of every single week, there's a buyer making an offer on a home, a seller accepting an offer, a tenant accepting, putting in an application on a unit, a landlord accepting. It never stops because living somewhere is a basic necessity of life. It's not a want, it's a need, right? And we're just so lucky to be in a situation where, yeah, it's slower, but we can still do some business. And I think that we all should take a breath and think about that, because I know there's been a lot of realtors that have been feeling down about it, rightfully so. But a lot of realtors feeling down about it, and people and business owners, fellow broker owners. I've talked to some who felt, sounded really upset and down in the dumps. And I keep those conversations confidential. But, we need to remember the big picture. We're still doing business and it's coming back big time. And now we're going to go into what's going to be the biggest summer ever. And I think that we all just need to remember that. So wanted to mention that. The other two quick things that I wanted to mention is tomorrow morning, multiple offer situations are back on the increase, though they never really slowed down a ton. But now there's more properties coming on, so there's more of them. On my weekly Crush It in Real Estate update / training that I do at 11 a.m. on Wednesdays when I open the door, I call it opening the doors to our in-house Lamakia Realty training. We're going to spend probably half the time on getting your offer accepted in a multiple offer situation. I'm going to show you a document and a blog that we created years ago called Ready to Strike. And we're going to do a training on that specifically, in addition to a weekly update and things like that. So that'll be at 11 a.m. tomorrow on Wednesday. And then Friday, if you haven't signed up yet, make sure to log on to stillhaveabigyear.com. That's stillhaveabigyear.com, TV voice. That's going to be Friday at 3. And I'm going to go over how every single person watching right now, and I see a good amount building up, can still have as big a year as they wanted to. It is still possible. And I'm going to show you statistically how it's possible. And I'm going to give you multiple tips on many, many, many things you can do, from mindset to tactically speaking to, getting childcare. There's going to be a lot I'm going to talk about Friday at 3, but that's not live here. That is a Zoom event, and you must register, and it's maxed out at 500. So log on to stillhaveabigyear.com. And that's it, my friends. I'm freezing sitting under my deck here. See, there's the roof to my deck. Just finished working out P90X, and I need to go eat some breakfast and start the day. So everybody, have a wonderful day. Let's remember to be grateful. You know what? We can't be... There's people that have it a lot worse than us realtors right now. A lot worse. And I probably should have did this video a month ago, but it hit me now and I wanted to talk about it. So have a great day, everyone. I wish you all well. Thank you.